Welcome back to the Core Cars News Tech Lab. Today we're going to be taking a look at 10 hidden Fire TV apps that I consider gems. Now I consider them hidden for one main reason. They're not that well known in the cord cutting world. Now you may know of these because you may be very engaged, you may research them, you may have followed us for a long time and seen us talk about some of these in the past. But when I talk to a lot of Fire TV owners, I'm amazed how many people don't know about these great apps I'm about to show you. Now this is my personal opinion, and I have two criteria. First, an app that I think most people don't know about, and two, an app that I think is really good. If you have a Fire TV app that you want to suggest on this list, leave me a comment down below, and in the first pinned comment, I'll love to hear from you. First though, if you're new here, do me a big favor before we dive into this list. Help us grow, help me support my family. Just hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up, let YouTube know you enjoy what we do here, so YouTube recommends our videos to more people, helping us grow and helping me support my family, and hopefully we can help you break free from the high cost of cable TV and still watch the shows you enjoy. So let's start off today with, make sure I'm on the right one, Stir. Now Stir is a great free live streaming service and on demand, has a ton of free content available here with live channels, on-demand movies, television shows, and in select markets with Sinclair, live feeds of your local news and weather. So with this, let me pull up the big guide here. You have a traditional guide and it's sorted in many different categories here. For example, you have local and popular. So I can go in here and select local. So I can see local information, local, even over there, TV channels like Comet, Charge, TBD, Buzzard is streaming live on here. I can go over here, I can sort by news, reality, food and travel, and more. There's a ton of 100% free apps and television shows there. It's great. It gives you live TV services, very much like Pluto TV and others out there that you probably know about. This is a great one to add to that. While some there may be duplicates, they may have some similar channels, some similar movies. I find the great thing about these free apps is they all have something of their own. And they're all different. They don't cost you anything. Check it out. Stir, I'll put a link to all these down below so you can add them to your Fire TV. All right, let's keep on going. Local news is actually one of the big things I get asked. Hey Luke, I want to cut the cord, but I want to keep my local news. It seems like weather is the biggest thing, and I am too. I find sometimes the local TV forecast is way more accurate than what I see on a national weather service that isn't local here. And that's a great thing. So you can actually watch your local news here. Now, this is News On. There's another one called Haystack. I'll show you in a minute. The great thing here is I got my CBS, my Fox, and my ABC. I can watch these live, but I can also go down here and I can scroll into other markets. I can look at live from all over the country, which is really nice. When I used to live in Texas, sometimes there'd be a big, massive news story here in Michigan where my family was. I would use this to see the local news or watch local weather because I know, hey, I'm going up next week. What's the weather there? I want to see their forecast. This is a great way to do it on my TV. But you're saying, hey, Luke, NBC's not here. Well, that's where Haystack comes in. So let me go back here. So Haystack is very like News On, has live and on-demand news. You see right here, right off the bat, my local NBC station is already playing, so I can watch the local news. Now it also has my ability here to, Fox 17 is also on here. But then it also has different categories from national news stories to local news stories. I can watch news from many different news organizations, both live and on demand. Let me go back real quick to that. Instead of in the back, I hit the home button. But between News On and Haystack News, I find in my market and in most markets, most live TV news channels will be streaming, which is really great. It's a hidden gem because I think most people don't appreciate the fact that they can get that. Yeah, and Nintendo is great for most people, but I know it's not good for everybody. Not everybody can have it where they live. I lived and cut the cord in the middle of Mark Twain National Forest in Missouri, in the valley, with no over-the-air TV reception. None at all. I cut the cord for the first 2 or 3 years with no OTA. Using services like News On and Haystack News is how I watch local news. And it's how you can too, for free, on demand and live. All right, Friendly. Now, this is a paid service. It's the only paid service on this list. It's a really great option. And it starts at just $7 a month for 40 channels. You're probably saying there's nothing I would want on there. Well, kind of personal opinion. Hallmark channels are on there, History Channel, a ton of different movies, local channels, and more. MeTV is streamed on Friendly. It's a really great way to watch a ton of movies, a ton of television, here. Now, it doesn't have news, it doesn't have sports, but if you're just somebody who wants that Hallmark channel for the Christmas movies, or maybe you just want MeTV and others that can't get with an antenna, for $7 with a DVR, Friendly TV is one of the best deals in cord cutting out there for a huge catalog of content, and it even has a huge catalog of on-demand movies and television shows that come with it. So check it out. Friendly is my one paid hidden gem I would recommend. Now, you're probably saying, Luke, the Roku Channel. Everybody knows of the Roku Channel. Why add the Roku Channel to the list here? Well, because I find most Fire TV owners actually don't appreciate the fact that they got the Roku Channel. And it actually looks just like it does on Roku. It works really well here. So they have their live guide with all kinds of live channels like NBC News Now, ION, Dateline 24/7. There's tons and tons. The Price is Right Bob Barker era. I was watching that recently as I worked on some paperwork. But tons of on-demand movies and television shows here, including originals like the Weird Al movie, Die Harder 2, a comedy kind of based on the Die Hard movies. Die Harder 2, apologies, that's the actual title. It's a bit of a mouthful. But just absolutely tons of content here broken up in categories. If you, that even looks like a Roku menu when it pops up asking if you want to leave. If you have a Fire TV, you probably didn't even consider the Roku Channel. Probably thought you may need the Roku for it. It's available on the Fire TV. Huge collection of movies and television shows. You probably heard of Amazon's Freevee. You compare these two, huge catalog of movies and television shows right there for you. All right, let's keep going. Local Now. Now, this was launched by the Weather Channel as a local on the 8 service. It's morphed into a lot more than just your local weather and news. Has a ton of on-demand movies and television shows, plus just so many local news, movie channels, and more here. Let me scroll down. I also love how smooth this works here. Look how fast I can scroll through this guide. Look at all these locals. But let's go over here and let's get down to a comedy. Like, okay, comedy. The Johnny Carson Show and more. There's just so many. America's Funniest Home Videos, Family, Mystery Science Theater 3000. The list goes on and on. There really is a lot of content here that previously you would never have thought about with Local Now. Definitely check it out. One of the reasons I recommend this is because by the end of this year, PBS locals will be streaming for free on Local Now Live. So it's a great way to watch PBS content. Like I said, if you live in an area where it's available. When I was in Texas, our local PBS actually shut down and the free over-the-air feed of it went away. So this is a great way. They did technically like rezone us to the Austin PBS, but the Austin PBS over the air didn't reach out to the distant suburbs where I lived around Austin, and our local one down there didn't work. Now with this, I would be able to watch my local Austin PBS and be able to watch PBS again. So check it out. All right, a few more here. Did you know most local TV stations actually have an app on the Fire TV? You have to search. This is my local Fox 7 here in the West Michigan, Fox 17. I'm not going to spend too much time here, but you can see I can watch afternoon highlights, I can watch the Scripps News, but I can also go into on demand about different things, including, hey, here's the today forecast from just a little while ago, birthday shouts, all kinds of great content from my local provider. And I think there's even a little bit more here than some of the others like Haystack and NewsOn. So if you really love one particular TV station, and I always seems like wherever I go, I always end up falling in love with one newscast over another and typically watch that. Do you have one local station that you watch the most? Leave me a comment, let me know. But search them on your Fire TV, see if they're available. Your local Fire TV app should, or your local TV station probably has a Fire TV app. If it doesn't, again, check NewsOn, check Haystack News, for example there. All right, let's keep moving, and I backed up a little too far here. Let's jump back and fly on down here. So 3 left here. Weather Nation. Now, national new weather is great. You can get the Weather Channel through Friendly, but if you don't want to pay for that, you can always check out, for example, Weather Nation. Now, this is one of the very first ones here. I can expand this video feed to be full screen, but it also has got the ability for me to see, like, here's a radar. Look at this big amount of snow and everything around here. I can also watch on-demand categories of different programs. So I can get national forecasts on demand. I can get regional forecasts, US, Eastern US, Central US, Western US, Alaska, Hawaii region. I can get great national weather. And a lot of people just love to watch the Weather Channel. This is a great way to do that and not pay for it. There's many others out there. Weather Nation was one of the first to go free for cord cutters. Check it out. Link in the show notes down below if you want to add. And then I have 2 remaining ones. Now I can't sign into these because since we moved and I haven't gone to my library and got a card and created an account. But most libraries offer free movies and free television shows. The difference being is they're ad-free. Now you have to figure out which one your library is and if they're supporting it, but I find most libraries are either doing Canopy or Hoopla or something similar to that. Talk to your local library. Your tax dollars are paying for it. Might as well take advantage. Now, with these services, you can often get audiobooks, ebooks, movies, television shows, music albums, and more free, ad-free here. But often they put caps on it. For example, you could borrow 10 audiobooks a month or 10 movies a month through this. While that may be limiting, honestly for us, that's never been a problem. I don't read 10 audiobooks in a month, for example. And the fact that they're ad-free is really nice. Now, where you live could be different. I've always hear somebody say, well, my local library doesn't do that. I'm sorry, unfortunately there are a few that still don't. The vast majority I found does. And I believe my local library is 10, again, like it was when I was down in Texas. So again, check your local library, get a card, create an account. You just log in through your app with your local library and you get Canopy and Hoopla for free. They have a huge collection of movies and television shows, and they're good movies and television shows. They also have an app for mobile devices, tablets, for ebooks, audiobooks, and more. I love a good audiobook when I'm on a road trip, so check this out. All right, there's my top 10. Do you have something you want to add? Leave me a comment. Let's do a quick recap, though. Let's start off with Stir. This is a great local live TV. It even has many sub-channels like TBD, Charge, Comment, and more, streaming free. If you miss your local news, you want it for free, and you can't get within a tent, News On, Haystack typically has it. If you just want a ton of great channels, History, MeTV, Lifetime, Hallmark Channel, The Weather Channel, and more, $7 a month friendly TV. Roku Channel on the Fire TV. You thought they would never work together? They are. So check it out. It looks and works just like the Roku version, original movies, television shows, and a ton of content with it. Local Now, very much like the Roku Channel, tons of movies and content from the Weather Channel, plus your local on the 8's feed. Check your app store, search for your local television shows, see if you have a local station there, really good deal. Weather Nation, a great option for national weather news, and check your library, see if they offer Canopy or Hoopla or another similar service to get free, ad-free movies and television shows. Well, there you go. There is my list of top 10 free, or top 10, I should say, hidden gems, because there's one paid this month. I'd love to hear your list. Leave me a comment, let me know. Until next time, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up, let YouTube know you enjoy what we do here, so YouTube recommends our videos to more people, helping us grow, helping us support our families. Take care, everybody. Be safe. I'll talk to you all again real soon.